Hi everyone and welcome back. If you've been enjoying our Christmas critters so far, you'll love today's project, this wonderfully whimsical blobby Christmas bird. He's a cheerful little burst of colour and festive greenery, and such a relaxing painting to create during the busy season. It's the perfect moment to slow down and enjoy your paints. And if you like painting along today, please share this video with a friend who loves to paint too. It really helps our creative community grow. Now, let's get started. Hi everyone, Diane here. Today we're going to be painting a Christmas bird. That's what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be using, it's for a Christmas card, so I'm going to be using a piece of Meeden watercolor paper, which is just the right size to paint on this side. Fold it in half and Bob's your uncle, you've got a Christmas card. I'm going to use this set of paints, which I've had a little while now, but it's still available on Amazon, and I think it makes a jolly nice, a very special sort of Christmas present actually. It's about $35, this one. When I open it up, you'll see that I have used it quite significantly, actually. I think it might be quite messy, but it's got a really cool case. I really think this is rather nice. It's simple. It's not got too many trashy designs on it. It's just nice and pale blue. And inside, this one's been traveling. You can see everything's kind of come loose. So we'll sort that out in a second. Here are the colours that are in it. It's got 52 great colours. Everything you could possibly want for any kind of painting project. There they are again for you to see. It's got a nice brush in it, which is a good thing because often these sets don't, but this one looks ideal size for a smallish kind of hand, and it's got a nice cut. I don't know if you can see that clearly. It's got an angled end where they've kind of sliced it off, and that's great for scraping out veins in leaves and things like that. So that's really useful. It's got a pencil, it's got a little thingy there for dabbing your brush on and so on and so forth. So it's all good stuff. So what we're going to paint today is a funky bird, and it's going to be really easy and quick. And because I've got to go to a museum shortly. Well, no, I'm not going to a museum today, but my sister will be here in 2 days, and we're going to be doing a fair bit of traipsing around the sites, so most of which I haven't seen for years, if at all, and so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm just drawing an egg shape here, okay? And once I've done this, I will put a sketch for you online on our website, dianeantone.com, and so you'll be able to use that if you want. Now, you probably would want to write Happy Christmas or Happy Christmas or something like that on here, so we'll just leave enough space at the top, I think. Then we're going to put his eyes about a quarter of the way down, and he's going to have nice big round eyes. This is a little bit like one I did last year, only this was the one I did last year, so you can find that. There's, that's available as well still, but this one is a little bit looser, I think you could probably say. I'm going to pop you over there. I'll pop you there. Okay, so one eye, two eyes, and then a nice beak, and we put his pupil in the middle there, something like that, and then he'll have his feet down here. You can put your feet however you like. So now we're going to get started, and I shall take this brush that I just demonstrated to you, and I'm going to wet the bird. Okay, and then once this is fully wet, I'm not going to wet the area of his eyes, and then the water won't, the dry paper won't allow the paint in that area, so we can go ahead and I probably need a palette for these paints. I don't know what colours I'm going to use yet, but I think somebody told me that turquoise or teal blue is a popular colour at the moment, so that looks like that might work. Let's put that in. We're just going to blob it in a few places, like that, and let that do its thing. Rinse out our brush. Brush off on a cloth. I've got the cloth sitting here. And then we might go for yellow. And this is probably cadmium yellow. So let's put some cadmium You can see it's quite possibly cadmium because it sort of pushes the colour away and blends nicely to make green. Cadmium is quite a heavy pigment, even if it's not genuine cadmium, which probably isn't. And then we'll look for some red, orangey red, Christmas type of red. And put that under his eyes here, perhaps. Nice point on this new brush. Brushes always have a better point when they're brand new, has to be said. So just dropping it in, dropping the paint in like that. And then I think I'll go for a bit of orange. That one is probably, it might be number 3, which is Permanent Yellow Deep, I think. So we'll just pop that in on top here. And then we want some darker blue. So we will look for indigo. I think that might be indigo. Let me put that up here. Top of his head. A little bit in the side there. A little bit in the side there. Okay, that's a good start. And I think I'll go for a bit more blue. Let's say one of these here. And put that in here with a bit more water. Okay, so if you want to at this point, you can just kind of smush it around a little bit. And this is the kind of one that you could do some doodles on afterwards if you wanted to. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give him some foliage. I think this is olive green up here. The main purpose of having the palette is just so that I can test out the colours. Okay, so that is definitely a dark green. And I'll find a piece of scrap paper and just see, yes, that will probably work. So we're going to go with this colour here. And then I'm going to surround him with, what is this? Christmas tree needles. Add a bit of a different colour there. Try to use just the tip of the brush. On this side I might add a little bit of my teal green colour, just to vary it a little bit. And I'm going to now start dragging out the colour around the outside edge of the bird to give him sort of fluff, because his name is Fluff. Fluff the baby bird. And I'm going to go back to my olive green and a little bit of the yellow again, make it a bit more yellowish. And let's put some more fir branches out here. And that was the dark, wasn't it? So this is basically the first layer. He's looking quite wild, isn't he? It's a crazy bird. It's like a bird sitting in the middle of a Christmas tree. Okay, so let's make this dark green even darker by adding a bit more blue. If I can find the right blue anyway, or black even. Second one along, that one there. Yeah, so let's just drop a little bit of shadow in at the bottom here to distinguish it from the actual bird. Okay, we'll let that do its thing for the minute. And maybe we'll go to the feet. We can have brown feet, can't we? Sort of brownish. I don't think we can do the eyes just yet because it's not dry, so I think I might have to find a hairdryer. Okay, I'm back. We've dried it, and now we're going to continue on. And I've got some, I don't know that I'm going to use much more paint at this point, but I won't put that away just in case. I've got some pens here. If you like my new bag from Egypt, where it all begins. Bought this in the hotel the other day, and I thought that's going to be ideal for carrying my pens backwards and forwards to Egypt. So there we are, we've got a nice selection here, and what I want is just a plain old kind of number 0.5 like this in black, and we will give him some lines around his eyes. We've all got lines around our eyes, haven't we? I know I have. And then we'll draw in the outside edge of his pupils. I will fill those in with paint in a minute. Then I'm going to go around his beak. There we are. And I think we might give him some sort of eyebrow kind of perspective. Maybe I'll do this in, no, I don't think I'll do it with that pen. It's a good pen though. It's a very good pen. I want one of my little brushy ones, I think. And these Kuretake pens are really good for filling in black space like that. Much easier than a brush, because you can really control exactly where your darks and lights. You know, you can leave your lights very much more easily than you can when you're using a brush and paint. So I do recommend that you go with one of these. Totally important. And the beak as well, I don't want that to run. So I'm going to try to find if I've got a reddish, orangey kind of colour here. Yeah. I don't want that to run out of the place where it's meant to be. So I'll just do this. Not so easy using paint. Definitely easier like this. And we want a slightly lighter orange, so these were made by Poetique. I don't think you can get them anymore. Don't know why. So I'm just going to do the bottom in orange. And then I'll put a bit of darker, just to give it a bit of, you know, the famous word, the word of the week, texture. Texture. Okay, so then I've got a nice dark green here, I believe. Yeah, so we'll use that to kind of emphasize, a little bit of emphasis on our You can get so much more kind of fine detail using these pens. They are a great benefit to the art world, I do believe. So it's a brush, it's just a watercolour brush pen with nice pointy doodahs. You see how much brighter he suddenly looks? So we just go over the darkest bits, coming close to his headline, like that, and he suddenly has more shape at the top there. And I'm going to come in with some red in a minute. I might give him a few more spikes here. On top. Leaving a bit of space there for some berries. And here. Want it nice and airy, but with enough darks to make it kind of stand out. I think he's looking actually quite good. Quite pleased with him. Now let's find that red again. And we'll put some it makes a change, doesn't it, from having a bird with a Father Christmas hat on. I think that's been done. It's been done by me, that's for sure. I'm not going to claim this idea to be completely mine. I found it somewhere on a Christmas card somewhere, I think, something similar to this, and I thought I do need to share that with my people because it's such a good idea. And I can show you how to do it for yourself. And you can see how easy it is. I'll try to find a link to some brush pens. So if you haven't got any, I think there's quite a lot of that kind of thing on sale at the moment. Some kind of sale situation going on Amazon. So I'm just going around on one side of these berries to give a little bit of shadow. Again, just a little touch to give it a little bit of more real appearance. Just a little bit. Okay, so I think probably getting to a point where he's going to be saying, I'm done. But we can give him a little bit more fluff and feathery look if you want. So you could come into him here with the dark green again and just, bring his feathers in more a little bit if you wanted to. Don't do that if you're afraid that you'll spoil it, because that's more than possible. You could also, if the way that your colours don't mix, if you don't like the way that the colours mix, then you can definitely, by all means, go in there and do doodles to cover up any, what you might want to call mistakes. And also, the other thing you can do, you can grab a white pen and put some highlights in here, which is quite a good idea as well. Wherever you think you might want those. And then what we need to do next, the last thing, is probably to have Merry Christmas written on there. And my calligraphy is not the best, but you can always pre-write it and just put it on like that at the bottom. So there we are, one cute little dicky bird, all ready for Christmas. He's got all his regalia on and he's looking quite happy about the upcoming season. So there you go, that's an idea. It shouldn't take you more than half an hour, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to do more like that. So there we go. Hope everyone's keeping well. Take care of yourselves and make sure you do lots of painting, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.